pals, friends, hello. So, the topic for today is this. I'm very excited about it. This is the first year that the Sibs are all out on their own at Christmas time. And because of that, we decided the very adult thing to do as siblings and adults is to send out Christmas cards to loved ones near and far. And you might be wondering, what motivated you to do it this year besides being an adult? You probably aren't wondering that, but there is that question that could come to mind, and I'd like to address it. I think that the adults who send out Christmas cards on their own, when they live out on their own and are not married, don't have a boyfriend or girlfriend, don't have any kids, are really cool. And I would say that I think that because it takes a certain amount of motivation to put your face on a card and send it to a bunch of people. It takes even more motivation to do it when you don't have cute kids to show off or an adorable relationship that you want other people to remember that you have. And my cousin, who has been out on her own for like 8 or 9, 10 years, has been one of the people in my life who sends out cards like that. And she sent it out with some friends last year. I don't know whether they all got together or whether she just picked that picture of her with some friends that she really liked and sent it out in a card, like printed on a card. But that was what really motivated me to do it with Sibs because we take a lot of good pictures together, and it's not really appropriate to just print pictures of you and your siblings and send it to people who are not your parents or your grandparents. And so, to avoid that being a bit of an awkward thing that we do, we are putting a little Christmas spin to it. And that is an excuse to have 3 adorable pictures that I love very much from this year on a card / just in the mail. It also is an excuse to write letters to people because I don't own a printer. I also don't really like writing Christmas letters because Christmas letters to me are like, they're fine if you have people to update about things in your life. But most of the people that we want to send these to already follow us on social media. They already know what's going on in our lives, or they just see us in person all the time and it doesn't really matter. So instead, why not write a personal note to each person, since all 3 of us are going to have some people in mind that we want to send these to. I know for a fact at least a couple of professors are going to get these. I know that some people from home are going to get them. I know that some classmates are going to get some. And I'm very excited about it. It's going to be quite a unique list of people because we don't have just a address book is what I'm trying to say. We don't have an address book shared amongst us because we all live in different places and know different people. But we are the common denominator in this card. Am I overthinking this a little bit? Yeah, probably. I'm realizing that as I'm explaining this. But it's a good topic because I get to talk about how excited I am to mail out little notes to each person. I just emailed one of my favorite and most missed professors from Northwestern today. I sent her a little bit of an update in terms of what types of video and photography stuff that I've been doing because I have been a bad alum and have not updated my favorite professors on my life. And I know that that is sad because I cared about them a lot and I should keep them in my life. And I know they get excited to hear from alum, and it doesn't happen often enough, I don't think. at least from what I've heard. And so I am excited to hear back from her, hopefully with an address so that I can send her one of these and also have an excuse to then write her a really long letter talking about really interesting things that I have observed about rhetoric and just writing in general, being a young adult in this society, those types of things that I would have talked to her about in person all the time when I was at Northwestern, and now that I can't see her all the time, I miss those talks. Because there was a lot of perspective that I did not have that I could gain from her. So, with all of that rambling being said, this is a very long video. But that's okay, because I'm excited. Obviously. Yeah. Gonna hang out with the Sib Sibs tonight, speaking of. It is Friday night. I'm very ready for Friday night. We made it through another week, friends. We survived.